Let's take on the house at No House Advantage. Pete McCarthy here for OddsShopper on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and usually a big day for the NBA, and it is once again. So we can look at some of the best plays. If you want to go versus the house and try to hit for 20 times your entry fee, you gotta get 5 out of 5 to pull that off. Give us a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows, our DFS offers, our giveaways. Once you do subscribe, hit that notification button. That's going to give you alerts when our shows go live. We're also available in podcast form, which means you can take us on the go, to the gym, in the car, whatever it might be. Keep up with the best gambling advice, DFS advice in the business, and help you out. Trying to win a couple bucks on this holiday Monday. So we've got 9 games in all today to be breaking down, to be looking at with some of these numbers put up to play against versus the house. Generally, they're pretty tight, and they will change during the day. So if somebody gets scratched, you're going to see the teammate numbers change. You won't see that in the pickup contest where it's just static all day. So you can get some major edges there. But obviously, play versus the house, it's a little tougher sledding here. So let's look at Trae Young, which is one that I like. 27.5 points is the line. It's just a hair too big a number. If you look at OddsShopper and what the sports books have Trae Young at today, they have him at 26.5. So something you could jump on. Our projections have them at about 25 points. You got 2 points of wiggle room between them. We have this at a 60% chance of being an under. And if you look at what Trae Young has done recently, what he's done over the course of the season, 27.5 points is actually a pretty fair number. I think the big thing to keep in mind is he's playing against a tough defensive opponent in Miami, and that should knock him down a little bit here, which is why our projections like this. Our projections are free. I'm sharing the ones that I like, but go to stokastic.com, NBA, free tools and data, No House Advantage, and you can see in the pickup contest, it'll break it down by percentage, the best percentage chance that you have of having a hit, and give you a really good idea of where to look and then break it down. My general guideline is I want to see at least a 60% chance of the probable outcome coming true, right? What you're picking to come true. So Trae Young right on that line at 60% here on the under with his 27.5 points. There's a couple of ways to play at No House Advantage. We're talking about playing versus the house. If you hit 5 out of 5, you can hit for 20 times your entry fee, which you just don't see elsewhere. And then you could also play in the pickup contest, and that's where you get the really big money, say $5,000 for first place in 2 different contests today. They have one at 1 o'clock for all the daytime games, and then a showdown contest at 10:30 for that late game between the Lakers and the Rockets. If you're new to No House Advantage, when you sign up, be sure to use the link below, and you get yourself a $100 free deposit match. So if you sign up, you put $100 in your account, No House Advantage will match that $100. You will have $200 to play with in your account, and we make it super easy for you with those free projections. And if you are playing in the pickup contest, we even have optimal lineups that you could use in those pickup contests and simply copy paste some Excel lineups and mass enter, especially if you see a lot of overlay, which I think there is a strong chance of today, being that we have kind of these odd start times, right? It's almost always at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Instead, it's 1 o'clock Eastern time and then 10:30 Eastern time tonight. So maybe you end up in a situation where there is some overlay and people don't realize when these contests are going off. My favorite play of the day as far as versus the house is concerned is Gabe Vincent. The line is all the way down at 1.5 rebounds. Look, Gabe Vincent, nobody's confusing him for Bam Adebayo, right? We're not expecting 20 rebounds out of the guy. I think we can get 2. The projections have him for over 3. 82% chance of Vincent getting to at least 2 rebounds tonight based on our projections. I have not seen anything over 80% when you look at versus the house over the course of the year. It's very rare you see anything over 70%. So, this is one to definitely jump on. I imagine we'll see this number go up as the day goes along. Look at Vincent, what he's done of late. He's played at least 39 minutes in each of the last 3 games. Kyle Lowry is still expected to be out, so Vincent should be in the starting lineup for the Heat today. That's the key. That's why this works. And if you look at those last 3 games where he's played all these minutes, 3 rebounds, 4 rebounds. So he's been able to get over this number. Again, he's not pulling down 20. He might not get this done in the first quarter. It might not be that kind of easy run here, but when you see an 82% chance, that is one to jump on playing versus the house. It's just a matter of, can you find 4 other ones to pair with it to try to get 20 times your entry fee, or maybe just like one other one and you can hit for 2.5 times if you get them both correct. A great way to check on our projections, maybe something leaves you scratching your head a little bit. You're like, I don't really agree with that. Utilize OddsShopper, and that'll tell you where the sports books are at with all of these different projections. So, you could look at Gabe Vincent and maybe what the books have him at. I didn't see any lines up for him as of this morning, as of this taping, but you could certainly check it out. For instance, I'll tell you the odds on our next player that we'll get to. But I told you about Trae Young, right? 27.5 points with no house advantage, 26.5 points if you look at OddsShopper where the sports books have it. So you feel that much better about taking the under on a Trae Young because of that. Just gives you a little extra confidence in the projections and where it is, and maybe no house advantage doesn't have a great line up or one that you could jump on and try to hit. So for instance, our next player, Julius Randle, playing in the MLK Day matinee against the Toronto Raptors for the Knicks at MSG. We're looking at 3.5 assists. The projections like the over. And if you check out OddsShopper, it also says 3.5 assists, but that over is -120. So they're expecting the over on Randle here. This is another one we have projected at 60% of him reaching the over. Randle has had at least 4 assists in 3 of his last 4 games, so we have some recent success as well. Randle just constantly has the ball in his hands for the Knicks. Maybe not as much with Jalen Brunson on the floor, but he plays a role where he can be a very good passer as well. So getting to 4 assists is nothing that's foreign to Julius Randle. And again, our projections like him for over 4 assists in this game today against the Toronto Raptors. So another one that you could jump on. A few others are projections like that I didn't love to include in this video, but you can look at Trae Young, under on 3-pointers, Jonas Valanciunas. His rebounding line looks a little steep. Najee Marshall, another one. But you can piece them all together, and like I said, try to get that 5 out of 5. You can hit for 20 times your entry fee. If you are playing DFS, be sure to utilize our lineup generator over at Stokastic.com. I was using this all weekend for the NFL Playoff Showdown contest. Had a lot of success with it. Makes it very simple. You look at a lineup, you like it, you don't. You can discard it or save it, and then pop it in your DFS platform of choice. But yeah, it makes it super simple. If you have a feel for a game where you really like one team to win or hang with it. I really liked the Giants yesterday against the Vikings, so I was able to go Giants +6, Vikings -6. Gave me some lineups that I really had some success with Daniel Jones and Isaiah Hodgins going off. So definitely something to utilize. Works for the NBA as well, and it's included when you sign up for our DFS packages over at Stokastic.com. So make sure to go do that. Best of luck today.